So Bare Knuckle had a event this weekend in Spain, and Conor McGregor, being part owner, was there, obviously repping the brand and absolutely terrorizing the event. So we're here to go over some of the main clips that I saw from the weekend. He was having a great time. Let's get into it. First clip from the pre-fight presser, the stare downs. They get these guys on stage, and I believe these are the
Comes
guys
the big question: who will be?
So they're going at it a little bit, and McGregor at this point, you can't see it from this shot, but he's standing between them as if like Dana White would when guys are facing off, right?
The new
So he starts stepping in.
king of the lightweight division.
So they're separated now.
For the vacant BKFC World Lightweight
What is this dude doing?
Championship. Franco Tenaglia.
Bro, look at this guy. Here's all I gotta say. UFC is missing out on this, man. He's giving all this promotion to BKFC, and rightfully so now. They've worked with him, and now he's part owner and, you know, probably invested a lot of money in the company. But, dude, imagine if he was doing this like a UFC belt and they were, you know, doing hype up to some of these fights, man. Like, we're just missing out, man.
Or Tony Soto.
That's the first one. I mean, he loves having the belt, man. Even when he went to the BKFC events before and he wanted to go step in the ring, they made the one champ give him a belt and all this shit, man. Too much, bro. That's the first clip. So that was before the fights, obviously. This was on like the media day, I guess. And this is just a short little clip, but just kind of gives you just a little insight into how his mindset is recently. You know what I mean?
Pulled out KSI a few times. Could we ever see that fight down the line?
Bro, like, what are you doing?
Pulled out KSI a few times.
Simple question.
Could we ever see that fight down the line?
Let's see what he has to say.
Let's go.
Any messages for KSI?
I'll fight him for that bullshit
What is that voice? I'll fight him for the bullshit song.
song he released alone.
I'll fight him for the bullshit song.
I'll fight him for that fucking song alone.
Bro, what is that? That's gotta be.
You called out KSI a
What else would that be?
few times. Could we ever see that fight down the line?
Pretty easy. Yes, no. You know what I mean? It's a grown man with a family right there.
Let's go.
Any messages for
I'll
KSI?
fight him for that bullshit song.
That fucking bullshit song, mate. Yeah, we prick lad. So that's all before the fights. During the fights, they have Oscar Willis, who's I think the Mac Life on the line, and he had a fight in BKFC, and McGregor was talking about this the last time we talked about his live stream, and he's in the cage here. The bag's under the eyes. He looks rough, man. I'm not going to lie. He looks rough, but he's having a good time, bro. He's having a good time. So this is right after the main event, and McGregor steps in, and they're like, you know, Dave Feldman's doing his thing. McGregor's like, you know, let me get in here real quick. Let me get my 2 cents in after this fight, right?
We're gonna do a bonus, Conor.
And Feldman at this point, Conor's all upset because they're not getting paid enough, and Feldman's like, we're gonna do a bonus, Conor. We're gonna do a bonus. Just relax.
No. Listen.
No, mate.
What we're going to do for these two gentlemen, as well as a bonus, is double the purse. They get paid.
He's like, yeah, okay.
We're gonna do a bonus, Conor.
We're gonna do it, Connor. Just relax. We're gonna do a bonus. Right?
No.
We don't have like $1 billion, right? Just relax.
No, listen. What we're going to do for these two gentlemen, as well as a bonus, is double the purse. They get
Oh my God, bro! And what's Dave Feldman supposed to do? Say no to Connor in the middle of the ring after their main event? Oh my God! So he's terrorizing the event. So that's that. We got before the event. We got during. We got at the end of the main event. Now what happened after the fights, right? So Dan Hooker was there, and Connor announces that he's gonna fight Dan Hooker February 1st in Saudi Arabia, and. You know, Connor yaps a lot, dude, but as far as I know, his return's probably going to be on some kind of Saudi Arabian back card, and that's probably the only reason that they're going to have him fight. That seems like pretty legitimate, and he's said on other occasions that Turkey Al-Sheikh guy has brought him offers to fight all these different people in Saudi and all these different big fight offers, multi-million dollars, all this stuff. So that doesn't seem too ridiculous. I don't know about Dan Hooker. I don't know if that's the biggest name for him to fight, and honestly, probably not the easiest matchup for the biggest names. I don't know about that, but let's see what he has to say. Let's see what he has to say.
Do we have a date for the comeback yet?
So, do we have a date for the comeback yet?
February 4th, Saudi Arabia.
And he's still yelling. He's just screaming. It's probably like 3 a.m. at this point. He's just screaming.
Who's the opponent?
So he screams Dan Hooker as he's walking away. He said February 1st. So
Who's the opponent? Who's the opponent? Who's the opponent?
Maybe that's who he wants to fight. Maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't think it'll be Chandler anymore, to be honest. And I don't know if it's going to be whoever wins against Chandler and Oliveira. If it's Oliveira, there's definitely a chance because he's probably one of the bigger names in the UFC. Unfortunately, he doesn't speak English, so the trash talk in the lead up would be kind of shit. So I kind of hope Conor fights an English speaker. That'd be probably ideal, but I mean, Dan Hooker in February, dude, I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's anybody, just have him fight. Like, I'm done waiting around. We're all done waiting around. This dude is just going on a tear. He's off his fucking rocker, going to all these BKFC events, these boxing events, going off, dude. And you guys ever seen him at a UFC event like anytime recently? No, not since his last fight. So what's the deal? Why is there like some like, I don't want to say resentment, but maybe some resentment towards the UFC? Why would they not be like begging him to come to their events and promote their shit, dude? That's all they got, bro. I mean, all they're holding on to for Conor is like for his promotion, and they can't. It's not like they can't fight 3 times a year now. Why are we not having him at these events? Why is it? Is it because they're doing something and he doesn't like it, or they're just that stupid? I just don't understand. Why are we going to let Conor go be part owner of BKFC? Why wouldn't you have him try to be with the UFC and keep promoting that instead of have all that promotion go to them? And I'm sure it's working, dude. I'm sure it's bringing much more attention to the events. I'm sure most of the people that maybe saw that Spain event for BKFC might not have even known about it if they didn't see McGregor's coked out ass fucking screaming about it for weeks leading up to it on these live streams, acting a fucking fool, doing all this crazy shit. I love it. I think it's entertaining, but what the fuck are the UFC doing, man? Missing out, missed opportunity. So one more clip here. We have we have the leaving the event here. Now we got the after party. Okay, now we got the after party, and we know how McGregor likes to party. So let's watch this clip here. I don't know if this is a fighter. She has the belt. I don't know if this is a BKFC fighter. But obviously, he's got the can of forged Irish stout, whatever the hell it is. Obviously, got the can going. Maybe that's bucked up. I don't know. He's promoting something, dude. That's all he ever does. He's like a robot with that, honestly. Why does he keep yanking on their hair? What is the deal with the hair? We start the clip. I don't know what that is. Just wiped his nose once, too. Got to keep that nose clean. Leaning over. I think he smacked her in the ass there. That might be his wife, actually. I don't know. That kind of looks more like his wife. Yeah, definitely smacked her in the ass. I'm going to guess that's Dave, but you can't see her. It does kind of look like her. But anyway, he's having a good time, man. I'd love to know why there's no appearances at UFC events. It doesn't seem like he's shying away from media attention, certainly. He obviously wants to promote his shit, and he has a bunch of partnerships with the UFC already, so I really don't get it. Maybe there's more money to be made in helping BKFC grow than help UFC grow at this point. I don't really know what the deal is, but it's fucking hilarious. I love it, honestly. I love he's doing his thing, but let's get him a fight, man. You know, unless we just want to see this forever until he's just like out of the scene. At this point, bro, like it's getting more and more unrealistic for him to fight. He's doing these things all the time. He's not training, bro. He's not training anything close to what he needs to be able to compete at a top level in the UFC. I mean, maybe if every other minute we don't see him doing this crazy shit, he's training. Maybe that'd be enough, but I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Is it funny or is it just getting sad? I think it's fucking hilarious, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'll be back with predictions for the fight this weekend. I think it's Fluffy Hernandez and some other bum. I don't know. Some other fight night. Then we got pay-per-view another week. So I'll be back. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe. And, yeah, peace.